Welcome. Today's topic is nitrogen fixation. Nitrogen is the essential constituent of all biomolecules, both in plants and animals. Both plant as well as animals require nitrogen. In animals or human beings, it is the integral part of their genetic material. Hence, they require nitrogen in more quantity, and also plants require nitrogen. Okay, and we know that near about 78% nitrogen is present in our environment, but human beings, animals or plants cannot trap directly the atmospheric nitrogen. We don't have the enzyme which traps the atmospheric nitrogen. Cannot trap or inhale atmospheric nitrogen directly as we do the oxygen. We inhale the oxygen. Okay, our plant inhale the CO2 during their respiration, but we cannot inhale nitrogen. Okay, so plants and animals are dependent on other nitrogen salts for their nitrogen requirements. We are animal beings, or animals or human beings are dependent on plants for their nitrogen requirement. Okay, we eat vegetables, and from that vegetables and different proteins, amino acids, we get the nitrogen, and plants acquire this nitrogen by forming the association with some nitrogen fixing microorganisms. Okay, such as rhizobium, azotobacter. Okay, they form the association with them, and in favor of their association, those organisms supplies nitrogen to the plants. Nitrogen fixation, it is the process of reducing dinitrogen to ammonia so that plants can absorb nitrogen, is known as a nitrogen fixation. Types of nitrogen fixation, broadly there are two types of nitrogen fixation. Nitrogen fixation is done in by two ways: biological nitrogen fixation and non-biological nitrogen fixation. Biological nitrogen fixation is again divided into two different types, that is a symbiotic nitrogen fixation and asymbiotic nitrogen fixation. Let's see first the non-biological nitrogen fixation, how the non-biological nitrogen fixation is done. It is nitrogen is fixed by the electrical discharge of lightning, okay, in the atmosphere. Okay, atmospheric nitrogen is comes in the contact of lightning, and in presence of oxygen it produces nitrous oxide. Okay, and that nitrous oxide, when combines with the oxygen to produce a nitric oxide. Okay, and then this nitric oxide is dissolved in water. When it is dissolved in water, it produces nitric or nitrous acids. Okay, and these nitric or nitrous acid then produces nitrate or nitrite ions, and these nitrate and nitrite ions can be plants can be easily utilized. Plants or different microorganisms can be easily utilized. Here in this slide, the different reactions producing nitrous oxide, nitrate and nitrites is given there. You will find all the reactions here. A biological nitrogen fixation involves the involvement of microorganism. Okay, here we use microorganism, or we take the help of microorganism for the fixation of atmospheric nitrogen into the nitrogenous salt. Okay, and the biological nitrogen fixation is of two types: symbiotic nitrogen fixation and non-symbiotic nitrogen fixation. Let's see first the symbiotic nitrogen fixation. So what is the symbiotic nitrogen fixation? It is the type of nitrogen fixation in which bacteria and plants forms the association with the bacteria, namely rhizobium. Okay, for the fixation of nitrogen. And symbiotic association are those association in which both host as well as a parasite get equal benefit of this association. Okay, here plant act as a host. Okay, in symbiotic association, plant act as a host, and rhizobium act as a parasite. Okay, rhizobium acquire nutrient and shelter from the plant, and in favor of that nutrient and shelter, rhizobium provide nitrogen, or rhizobium fix atmospheric nitrogen for plant. Okay, means both the participants of this association get equally benefited by forming this association. Okay, so symbiotic association. इसमें क्या होता है, प्लांट्स और बैक्टीरिया का यूनियन फॉर्म होता है, वो यूनियन में दोनों भी इक्वली बेनिफिट होते हैं, उनको इक्वली बेनिफिट मिलता है। प्लांट्स प्लांट्स और बैक्टीरिया को न्यूट्रिएंट और शेल्टर प्रोवाइड करते हैं, और बैक्टीरिया उसके बदले में प्लांट्स के लिए नाइट्रोजन फिक्स कर देता है। ओके, सो जनरली राइजोबियम इज प्रेजेंट, it is the free living gram positive spore forming microorganism. It is the gram negative non spore forming aerobic microorganism, okay, which is present in the soil and which infected through the root hairs of the plants, and there it forms the root nodule. Okay, and inside that root nodule it gets nutrient and shelter, and there it fixes the nitrogen for the plant. See here the formation, how the root nodules are formed in the leguminous plant. Root nodules form due to the infection of rhizobium. As I said already that the rhizobium is infected or get entry in the plants through their root hairs. Okay, it is the rhizobium is the free living bacteria which is growing near the root legumes, and which enables to fix nitrogen in free condition. Okay, and root of the leguminous plant secretes some growth factors which helps in the fast multiplication of bacteria. Okay, and there are various examples that Pisum sativum secretes homoserine, and also carbohydrate containing protein secrete lectins over their surface, and these hormones helps in the rapid multiplication of bacteria. Okay, the rapid multiplication of bacteria, and this help in the recognition of attachment of rhizobial cells. Okay, that hormones help in the recognition and attachment of राइजोबियम टू द रूट हेयर. ओके, तो जो प्लांट्स होते हैं जैसे कि पी का एग्जांपल लिया है, तो ये कुछ हार्मोन सीक्रेट करते हैं. ओके, तो जो हार्मोन रैपिड मल्टीप्लिकेशन राइजोबियम का रैपिड मल्टीप्लिकेशन करने में हेल्प करते हैं, और उनको साइट ऑफ इन्फेक्शन को ढूंढने में भी, वो रिकॉग्नाइज करने में भी हेल्प करते हैं, और अटैचमेंट में भी हेल्प करते हैं. ओके, lectins interact with the carbohydrate receptor of rhizobial cells. Okay, and this infection is occur at the root hair of young root hair. Okay, and bacteria enter in the root through the soft infected root hairs. Okay, tips are deformed and curved. Okay, while bacteria is infecting, the tips of the roots are deformed and they get curved. Okay, through the invagination, and tubular infection thread is formed in the root hair cell, and bacteria finally enters into the cell. Okay, see here the diagram of root hair is given there. Okay, this is the root hair. From that root hair bacteria takes entry. Okay, and root hair is turning, that process is known as invagilation point. Okay, and here bacteria, you will find the infected rhizobium is infected, or it takes entry in the plants. Okay, another diagram here, root curling. You will find in this diagram here, you will find the curled root hair. Okay, and here the quantity of infected rhizobium, and finally this type of root nodule is formed. Okay, more specific diagram here. First, free living rhizobium which is present in the soil around the root hairs. Okay, you will find here that, and that free living in second diagram you will find some of the microbes rhizobium is able to infect, or they take entry inside the roots. Okay, and finally in third diagram, new cell wall is synthesized and there is formation of a nodule. This is nodule. Okay, this is the formation of nodule. After the entry, new cell wall is formed around that nodule. Okay, and tubular infection contains mucopolysaccharide where bacteria embedded and start its multiplication. Okay, it grows much and reaches the inner layers of the cortex, and the bacteria is released. Okay, it induces the cortical cells to multiply, which results in the formation of nodule on the surface, and the bacterial cells multiplies and colonize in the multiplying host cells. After host cells are completely filled, bacterial cells become dormant, or they become bacteroids. Okay, dormant cells is known as the bacteroids, and they float in leg hemoglobin which is reddish in pigment, in the cytoplasm of the host cells, okay, and which is present. Study indicates that the leg hemoglobin is not essential. Okay, nitrogenous compound synthesized is translocated through vascular tissues. Groups of rhizobia surrounds by double membrane originated from the host cell wall, or also bacteroids lacks the firm wall or osmotically liable. See here the nitrogenase enzyme. Okay, why plants cannot fix atmospheric nitrogen directly? Because they lack the nitrogenase enzymes. Okay, and these nitrogenase enzymes helps in the fixation of atmospheric nitrogen, and rhizobium possesses these nitrogenase enzymes. Okay, it plays the key role in the nitrogen fixation, and which is very much active in anaerobic condition. Okay, and nitrogenase enzyme is made up of two different protein subunits, okay, which is named as the non-heme iron protein or Fe protein or dinitrogen reductase, and second subunit is known as iron molybdenum protein or MOFE protein. Okay, means this nitrogenase enzyme is made up of Fe protein or MOFE protein. Fe protein reacts with the ATP and which reduces the second subunit, and which ultimately reduces nitrogen into ammonia. Here you will find that atmospheric nitrogen when comes with the contact of 6 hydrogen and release 6 electron, they produces 2 molecules of ammonia. Okay, and here these nitrogenase enzymes play a key role in the fixation of nitrogen. Okay, plants and animals lacks this enzyme, hence they cannot fix the directly atmospheric nitrogen. Okay, for the reduction of nitrogen into ammonia requires 6 protons and 6 electrons. Okay, 12 moles of ATP is also required. One pair of electron require 4 ATP. Okay, and the modified equation becomes the nitrogen plus 8 proton plus 8 electron, which yields 2 ammonia molecule and 2 hydrogen molecules. Okay, hydrogen produced is catalyzed into protons and electrons by hydrogenase enzyme. Okay, see here in this slide you will find the non-symbiotic nitrogen fixers. Okay, they are also known as a free living nitrogen fixers. Okay, free living aerobic, the example of free living aerobic is the Azotobacter, Beijeringia, and free living anaerobic is the Clostridium, Rhizobium. Okay, blue green algae, unicellular Syncoccus. These are the nitrogen fixers by non-symbiotic nitrogen fixers. Thank you. This is all about the nitrogen fixation. We have studied in this class about the nitrogen fixation, what is nitrogen fixation, different types of nitrogen fixation, biological and non-biological nitrogen fixation. In biological nitrogen fixation, symbiotic nitrogen fixation and non-symbiotic nitrogen fixation. Okay, and different examples of nitrogen fixers.